How dare you? Okay, hello gamers and geeks, and welcome to another D&D session. I'm Anthony, I'm the DM, and I run games of Dungeons and Dragons on the Games and Geekery Discord server. And today we're playing Twisted Spire. We're on the 40th episode now, which is marvellous. Would the players like to introduce themselves and tell us who they're playing, please?
I am playing Robin Everything. Everyone's favorite Truth-Pick, Soul Knife, Great Old One Warlock.
Cool.
Next person, go.
So, is it going to be Pietro or Dante? Who's going to speak?
Yeah, sure. I can go next.
Cool.
I am Dante. I am an undead monk. I like to punch things. And occasionally I do shoot some magic.
Awesome. And lastly, because Talion and Yvette haven't shown up, even though I was fairly certain they would, Pietro! Pietro?
Pietro alive? Question mark?
He was here a moment ago.
Yeah, he was literally just here. Maybe he sucked away.
Oh, internet died. He did say I was having internet issues. Oh, there you go.
Hello! Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
We can.
Fucking hell.
No.
Hi.
I literally been shouting and shouting and shouting.
Yeah, that didn't help. Okay, so now we can hear you. Would you like to introduce your character?
I'm Pietro Gerson. I always play Plasmoid, Creating Bark, Local Sorcerer, and it's currently basically help fueling the crowd.
Fueling the crowd. Okay.
You know, fueling the anger.
Okay. What happened last time we played, folks?
After we got back from... Oh,
Hornet's nest?
Sorry, what?
I believe we effectively kicked up the hornet's nest. We've basically taken the anger of the existing crowd and basically turned it into an inferno against Bluecoats.
Rile the people up.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we went and joined them at the riot.
Yep.
With Dante going in to check out his previous life history, and Robin sending an imp in just to mess stuff up.
Yes.
And I believe the chief is about to come out.
Yep. We went to investigate his identity.
Yeah.
Because we've pissed them off enough that they're not trying to figure out who the fuck's out there.
We did actually have the chief and his retinue make an appearance, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah, they did come out, which allowed me to sneak into his office.
Yes.
Which is how we figured out that his family put him here.
Oh, yeah?
Ah.
Yep.
Needy.
So, yes. This big armored dude and his bodyguard of
Muscle.
muscly brutes. Yeah.
which we also figure out are not native to the Spire. They come from the outer
Yeah.
area.
Yes, they've been recruited.
Basically
from the
savages.
Grassland tribes. Yes.
Savages.
Mm-hmm. Barely even human. Anyway.
Yeah, but that's because they're orcs, obviously.
Indeedy.
What do you want to do?
We orcs.
Would Robin actually know it's in magical darkness? Yeah, but would Robin be able to find? Would Robin be able to find like any fun files in there?
Where your fucking office?
I thought Dante was rooting through the files.
Robin has.
Well, Robin also has double sight, so he can look through darkness as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Robin would send his imp, would instruct his imp to look for any money.
Yeah.
Money?
Yes.
I wasn't expecting that. Okay.
Or maybe weapons it can use.
Name.
What did Pietro say?
He is living up to a Robin name.
Yeah.
Yes, Robin everything.
Yeah, either money or weapons. If it's possible, both.
Mm.
Alright. So, there is actually a decorative blunderbuss hanging above the mantelpiece.
Wouldn't Imp be able to hold it?
I might be a little heavy. Yeah.
I think that image is quite funny anyway. So, yeah, I'll tell the Imp to go grab it.
He's gonna be dragging this blunderbuss across the ground.
And I'd tell it to like position in front of the door, so whenever anyone comes, just
flying monkey with a gun.
Yes. And I'm gonna go out of control, go out of like looking through its eyes, and just
return to the scene outside.
Return to the scene outside.
Okay.
Just cause some more chaos.
So Dante, the
Yep.
you would have seen the blunderbuss being lifted off the mounting with some difficulty. Presumably the imp would have been invisible at this point.
Yeah.
And the weight of the blunderbuss. I mean, clearly it's not dropping. There's something holding it up, but whatever's holding it up is struggling, so it falls.
I'm not worth imagining he just watches it basically dragging the ground.
Sorry?
Just dragging across the ground to where it needed to go.
Yes. And then get aimed with the stock still balancing on the ground toward the door.
I am going to choose to ignore that.
Are you also choosing to ignore the fact that this blunderbuss hasn't been loaded?
Yes, I am also choosing to ignore that. I don't know. I don't know what a blunderbuss is.
Oh my god, it's just an empty thread.
Mm-hmm. You may as well be holding a bugle at the front door, at the office door.
Oh well, it's a funny image.
It is.
Alright, well, while he's doing that, I'm just going to continue. Alright, so I read his journal last time. I want to see if he has any, like, important files in his office.
Important. Okay. Such as?
Like, anything that can tell me more about, like, his actual operation of like this place, like any other like what's the word? I guess ranking officers, like who's under him, stuff like that.
Okay. Well, you gather
like
that
legitimately just names.
basically he's the previous commander is missing, presumed dead, and he literally and the Bluecloaks were in disarray, and he's walked into the role, declared himself the new guy in charge, and now that they've got a leader, things have sorted themselves out, but they're mostly just doing what they were doing before. He doesn't have to have a lot of input. They just needed somebody to answer to, you know?
Yep.
Somebody who they could stop the book, so they didn't have to if they did something that was
questionable,
then the book didn't have to stop with themselves. They could, you know, have somebody else take the responsibility, have someone in charge take the rap. Okay.
Good.
Robin would cast Eldritch Blast through the blunderbuss when any Bluecloaks come through. Interesting idea, but I'm pretty sure that the only spells you can cast through your familiar are touch spells.
Oh, yeah, true.
I mean, unless you have the that one invocation for Pact of the Chain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, ignore that.
I mean, to be fair, once you get it, you could cast Eldritch Blast through the blunderbuss.
Yes, use it as... This is true. Okay.
When I think I've thoroughly gone through his files, I'm going to leave.
Any particular way? A particular thing you're doing to leave? Most of the Bluecloaks are still outside the building trying to hold the crowd at bay. Or, you know, beat them with nightsticks, alternatively.
I'll sprint towards the, so I'll go out of his office, I'll sprint towards that open window, which I got in here originally. That way I can just climb up the wall and out the window.
Mm-hmm. Leaving the imp and his blunderbuss all alone.
I mean, would it follow me seeing me leave?
Probably. But just get like a stack of papers just to keep the blunderbuss aimed.
A blunderbuss wrapped in paper plummets past you.
I'm just gonna grab it because I don't want it making too much noise.
Okay. Make a acrobatics check to see if you're able to grab the gun as it plummets past.
Acro.
It's +3.
Okay, only a +3. That's because I chose athletics over acrobatics for some reason.
Oof. No, it misses. Well, wait.
Nah, it's only an 8.
That's only an 8. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you make a grab for it, but you miss it by about 6 inches. It's already past your hand.
I mean, I assume a blunderbuss is hard enough to survive a fall on the ground, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right.
Unless it's one of those shittily made decorative ones.
But you can see the it does decelerate slightly just before it hits the ground. If you could see the imp, you'd see it straining with all of its strength to try and pull up.
I'm assuming it eventually lets go, whatever. Fuck it.
No,
Yeah.
imps are lawful.
I mean, the fair has been ordered.
If it was a quasit, it would just throw the fucking blunderbuss out the window and leave it a chance. But it's it's an imp. It obeys.
I'd have it drop it. I'd have it drop it onto our big man, onto the man's head.
What?
In order to do that, it would have to lift it up into the air again, fly into position above.
Actually, true. Yeah. Yeah. I'll have it just. Yeah, I'll just have it. Just
I mean, you could still
drop
try.
it. I'll have it drop it, just on the floor.
Yeah. I mean, when Dante gets down there, he can probably pick up the blunderbuss. Right?
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Assuming like nobody like is around, I'll just pick it back up and just again do what I was going to do and leave.
It's a funnel muzzled pistol. Not as accurate as a regular pistol, but you can fire literally anything out of it. As long as you got the black powder.
Is it big enough for a bomba?
No, you can't. No.
Oh.
Damn.
What I'm saying is, though, you could just pour nails into the muzzle and fire those out, you know.
Yes.
Alright. And I guess after I get out of there, I'm going to head back to where I assume the others would be waiting.
Or, you know, in the crowd. What is Pietro doing right now?
Probably supporting what he can do and make sure the crowd doesn't die as too.
So occasionally you're assisting in fights so that the
Yeah.
Because obviously the Bluecloaks are a little better at combat than the average citizen, so you're just putting things in their favor. Thankfully, the rebels do outnumber the Bluecloaks. But yeah.
And of course, Pietro, while amidst a crowd, uses those opportunities to, refresh the skies. Because, after a minute, the disguise wears off.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to recast.
Yeah. Pietro having to do that every once in a while. That probably means that some of the crowd do see a black creature, basically,
Briefly.
briefly directing the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
You did or you didn't?
Do I need to roll stuff to see if anyone spotted Pietro, or do I?
No, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it gets
the chaos of melee, most people wouldn't see it at all. They'd be too focused on their own shit. And the ones that are standing by you, it would be so brief that they would wonder if they saw it at all. Does that make sense?
Fair enough.
Because it would literally be the for the most part, the most amount of time that you would be out of the illusion would be 6 seconds. So,
like I'm not changed everything. It's me that used to be.
Anyway,
I've not installed anything.
so you find yourself being, and I'm assuming that Robin is nearby, though trying to stay hidden.
He just went into an alley corner thing.
Cool. And then Dante rejoins Pietro, and you see Dante and Pietro. Something would strike you as a little odd. Amongst the crowd of rebels, there are 4 or 5 people who just seem to be waiting for something. They're not shoving and pushing like the other people in the crowd. They're just standing there watching, as if waiting for some kind of signal.
Well, with my passive 21 perception,
Mm-hmm.
is anything odd about their Is there anything odd, like their clothing or?
No, they're all wearing, well, they're all wearing lower level stuff. Like it's patched together. A lot of it is work gear or salvaged clothing. It's but it's in a bad state of repair. Clearly, these clothes haven't been bought. They've been found or traded for. Does that make sense?
And Frankenstein's back together.
Yeah. They look like they're lower level citizens. They don't belong. They don't belong up here.
Okay, and there's no, and what I can tell, no real visual tell, like.
They don't have a wrong number of limbs, they don't have any compound eyes, they don't have any mandibles or anything like that, so they don't appear to be Kruthic.
So I do feel like I'm too fast.
But they do look odd. Well, they look normal except for the fact that they're standing there watching while everyone else is getting stuck in.
I would imagine Pietro would approach. It's like, are you Laura doing okay?
You stand up. You go up to one of them. They're not all together. They're not all together in the crowd. They're dotted throughout the crowd. Does that make sense?
Then Pietro would go up to one
and say, "Are you okay?" This person looks at you and says, "Now is not the time."
Do I notice anything strange with their voice?
Yeah. Not so much with what they're saying, but an echo in your own head. Also saying, now is not the time. And
I'm gonna roll insight. Because that would be either that or would it be history?
I'll let you roll either, whichever you feel. Insight's higher.
Yeah, insight would probably be smarter. $18.
Sludge. It's the voice of Sludge that you hear echo in your brain.
I imagine internally Pietro's like, God damn it, Sludge! Not now!
The person you're talking to smirks. Exactly. Not now.
Yeah, I imagine Pietro would just quietly go back to the crowd. Kind of trying to pretend nothing's happened.
Go back over to Dante?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because let's face it, whatever Sludge is planning on doing, I don't think Pietro doesn't think he can stop it.
Alright. What do you tell Dante?
Has no clue what's going on.
Sorry, what?
Because after all, has no clue what's going through Sludge's head.
Except you do have a way of finding out. Because Sludge is in your head too.
Then yeah. Once go back to the crowd, Pietro would, talk to the one inside the head. Instead of his head. It's like, okay, Sludge, what the hell are you planning on doing?
always been doing. Trying to make this a place for us.
I like having my arms free.
You should
Am I
be
gonna have to
helping.
worry about you eating people?
We've got a slightly different strategy now, brother.
What is it?
Alright, so long as people don't end up just getting consumed by us, I should be fine.
Being a parasite served us for a while, but I found that a symbiotic relationship is much more effective.
What's symbiotic?
The same relationship we have. The two of us working together for our mutual benefit.
Okay. Shit, I was clearly confused.
There's as you are talking to yourself, Dante, you'd notice one of these stoic individuals. They whisper something into the ear of one of the rebels next to him and points to a gap in the crowd where the Bluecloaks are spread thinnest. And the crowd surges towards that point. What do you do?
Can I pick up what he said from where I'm standing, or would I have to get closer?
I don't think that's necessary. You can see the result.
Yeah, so basically he just got everybody to go to that spot. How
Yeah.
close am I to that particular spot?
Probably about 15 feet, but there's people. Basically, the crowd has surged towards that location, trying to break through.
Yeah. I'm going to back away from that spot.
Okay. So the crowd surges through, and suddenly the boss and his personal retinue are finding themselves engaged in combat. Mostly his retinue, of course. Mostly his thugs. And they're a lot more effective than the average Bluecloaks, and a lot more brutal. They're not even trying to restrain and incapacitate. They're just going for the kill.
They're throwing hands.
Throwing great axes, actually.
Out of curiosity, the person who told everybody to go that way, did he go that way, or is he still what's he doing?
He's he's not rushing like everyone else, but he is moving with the surge, and he seems to be looking intently at the commander. And Pietro.
Yeah?
You would notice that the people that you saw earlier are all slowly making their way to the front of the crowd, and you yourself hear the command. Let's go shake the commander's hand.
Yeah, and Pietro inside the head, it's like, so that's the plan. Take over the structure. take over the internal structure.
We need a way to keep order, after all. Don't you agree?
Yeah, it makes sense. It does make sense.
Well then, chances are many of us will fail in the attempt.
Mm.
If you can find the opportunity where others have failed, take it.
On the top room leader.
Well,
Don't
wisdom.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna roll wisdom. I'm gonna see if
wisdom save or insight
I say save. See if Pietro
can
is
resist.
able to think clearly, or is this sludge's thoughts taking effect?
Resist. Roll it. 3.
8.
Wait. Oh, that's something else.
Ooh.
8. Oh dear. It seems like a good opportunity. Seems like a good plan. You're using the crowd to keep the keep the commander and his retinue distracted, whilst the while sludge spread amongst the crowd, each try to find an opening, an opportunity to get close to the champion.
It's a pull now. Keep up the pressure.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
And I would almost say to the party, Pietro's word choice sounds off.
Okay.
More aggressive.
Fair. What do Dante and Robin do?
Are there any like loose objects near me?
Such as?
Bricks, stone.
Not much like that, but you could find litter, including discarded food cans and stuff like that.
That won't have the same effect. I was gonna mage hand to drag him up and just cancel mage hand.
Drag who up?
The objects.
I'll just pick up things and just drop it on people, basically.
Yes.
You want to throw litter about?
Yeah. Could I try and send a what's it?
Telepathic message?
Could I try and send a pseudo dragon to dislodge some like heavy objects, like maybe a brick?
I thought your familiar was an imp.
It's packed. Yeah, I'll just use my imp. Packed a chain. I'll send my imp to try and dislodge some bricks or something.
In order to do what?
To drop it on heads.
Of the entire crowd?
Hopefully not the crowd. The Bluecloak, hopefully.
Specifically the Bluecloaks?
Yes.
Okay. Your imp has a sting, right?
Oh, actually true, yeah. He does have a sting.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the imp stats. Yeah. I'll have it go down and sting one of the,
Sting Bluecloaks.
Yeah, sting Bluecloak.
This card's being weird. Alright. So yes, it can even
Box of stuff and some
take the form of a rat or a raven or a spider so that it's less obvious.
Yeah, I would change into a spider.
Go around biting people.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah. Whenever he gets a hit, he's going to do an average of 15 points of damage to these guards. And the average Bluecloak guard only has 11 hit points. So yeah, you're going to be knocking a few people unconscious over the next few rounds. So, which means even more of the crowd is going to be able to
Yes.
surge in and surround the berserkers and the commander.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know. He doesn't know the Sludge's
Yeah,
plan.
that's always a little bit taken back
No,
when you said
you just
So-
you're just helping the rebels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's helping the rebels. Nothing else.
Mm-hmm. So, as the entire crowd manages to surge forward as more Bluecloaks go down, getting trampled under the crowd, the berserkers begin to struggle under the weight.
Oh no.
And but they're beating them back and cutting them down fairly handily.
Our technical meeting or an actual family?
Certain the commander's now starting to look worried.
The commander has got his great sword out and is more than ready to begin hacking if somebody gets anywhere near him.
Oh.
One of the you hear Sludge's voice in your head, Pietro.
Yeah.
We'll never get close now. There's too many bodies. We'll have to think of something else.
Why don't we try that new trick that the master copy taught us?
Yeah.
Remind me?
He's referring to the acid lash.
Ah.
The thing that lets him basically sling on his arm like a sticky hand,
Okay.
and upon hit, it grapples.
Fair enough. You find a so as you form your acid lash ready to do the whipping, you see that the very end of your oozy tendril is red as opposed to the usual black.
Of course, Pietro isn't noticing it right now because, Sludge is kind of dominating thought right now.
Okay.
Hmm.
Compared to God knows what it's
So what's the reach on your acid lash? Remember?
I remember. 20 feet normal, 120 feet at a disadvantage.
All right. So you're going to try and work your way closer. You're going to push your way to the front. Well, squeeze your way to the front because, yeah, you're an ooze. You could actually fit through small gaps if you wanted to.
And I would say, this would be when Pietro is laying in the skies almost begin to fail. Because,
So you can
squeezing
move more
through,
freely. Yeah.
Yeah, moving through more freely.
All right. And once you get within 20 feet of the boss, what do you do?
I roll to attack.
a hit. Fuck, that hits. Nice.
Ooh.
And Pietro screams out, "Die, tyrant!" And he is dealt.
How much damage? Yeah.
Okay, it's 1d. It's 1d6 plus. 1d6 plus 2 acid damage.
6. Okay. As the lash rakes across his face, the commander screams.
And see what happens.
A red glob that's been deposited on his armor close to his neck seeps into the cracks of the armor. Then suddenly the commander is shouting,
Oh.
"Fall back! I surrender! You've made your point!" And the others in the crowd, the other ones under Sludge's thrall,
No.
echo his sentiment and tell the other crowds, "We've won! We've done it! The commander has acquiesced to our demands." And people with a little bit of well, the berserkers all look very confused. But they don't want to stop swinging, but their commander has told them to stop. Quite a few people in the crowd also don't want to stop swinging, but between between Pietro and the 5 other people in the crowd and the commander himself, they managed to convince the crowd to stop and acknowledge that they've won. And there's a cheer begins to spread amongst the crowd. Dante and Robin, thoughts?
Hit that flamethrower cannot go quick enough.
I'm sorry?
Oh no, he's thinking of getting a something that he could produce flames with.
Mm-hmm.
What say you? This doesn't seem like the best situation.
The crowd seems happy. We won! Woo! I'll teach him to mess with us.
Yeah, Dante, that was.
Pietro is slowly reeling in.
Mm.
No, it was a big.
Yeah, to Dante, he'd say that was Pietro fell off, and that's to me. That's I just want to check that I wasn't like being delusional there, right?
No, there's definitely not. There's something not right here. But honestly, it's fine.
Anytime I've seen that red kind of colouring off him, or anytime, I would be able to connect the dots between red and sludge, right?
Make an insight check.
Cool. Insight is can I read?
Plus 6.
God damn.
That one.
10.
D8. 17.
There we go, that's better. Yeah, this is sludge.
Oh, that's not good. How are we gonna fix this?
I mean, right now there's not anything we can do about it.
Yeah.
So I think the best thing would be to prepare, just in case there's a bit more fallout than last time.
The people in the crowd that ended up not needing to infect the commander themselves have surreptitiously spread sludge to 4 other people in the crowd.
Fun.
So, yeah. Yes.
Good.
Now. Sure. Do I need to keep attacking, or would I start to absorb?
Absorb what?
The leader. Pietro's grappled the dude.
He's been he is part of the he's part of Sludge now. He's one of you. You don't need to absorb him.
Fair enough.
But if you do want to, like some of the commoners, some of the rebels that ended up cut down by berserkers, they're fair game.
I'm
you
gonna roll.
Consume their biomass.
I'm gonna roll charisma and see if Pietro can resist the urge to,
You do get a voice in your head saying, rather than consuming them entirely, put a piece of yourself in the body.
I'm gonna roll insight on that one then. See if Pietro thinks that's a good idea. 15.
You realize, perhaps prompted by the voice, perhaps figuring it out for yourself, you're not really sure anymore, that, by putting a small amount of yourself inside the body, that little bit of ooze can eat its way through the body from the inside, and as it gains biomass, it can replace the parts of the body that have been consumed and take over the body. If you do that with somebody who's already dead, then that will result in at some point being able to either once you've consumed the body entirely and that body looks exactly like the body that's consumed, that person would be able to stand up again, seemingly only unconscious, or you could turn the entire body to its liquidy ooze form and slip through the cracks in the floor and disappear. It's going to be a lot less it's going to be a lot more subtle if you infect somebody alive.
Yeah. Then Pietro would start infecting.
Oh.
Because after all.
But you don't want to give away too much of yourself because that will decrease your biomass.
Yeah. I would imagine Sludge would know to how much to use to avoid losing too much mass.
Yeah. Before you end up looking like a short king. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So Pietro is moving through the crowd, shaking hands with people, clapping them on the back, giving hugs. All very strange behavior for Pietro.
Though, notably, you guys probably notice he's not doing it with the protective skin on.
Well, you're still disguised. Well, okay. Dante,
All right.
Pietro, thoughts?
Then yeah. Then yeah.
Mhm.
Never mind. Go on. Sorry.
Dante and Pietro, what do you think?
Yeah.
Me and Dante and Robin.
Dante and Robin, what do you think?
No.
Is this something?
What's he doing? This is not normal. And he's gonna ask you if you're doing okay.
Shall I roll charisma to see if Pietro was the one to answer or Sludge?
Roll persuasion to see, or deception, to see if you convince him that everything is fine.
I'm just gonna do a challenge check for that.
Let's say persuasion, because after all, Sludge knows that Pietro is a stronger persuader than liar.
Yeah, but it's a lie, though.
It is a lie.
Then never mind, and then
Okay.
then that would be
That
a
doesn't matter.
Minus the 6. I don't know why the 6 is there.
Okay, so that would make it 25, which still beats Pietro's roll. So you know that even though he says it's fine, that something is wrong, and if when he reaches out his hand to shake yours, you know better than to touch it.
Could I do detect thoughts?
Sure.
Wait, what's
So, the way Detect Thoughts works, you can pick up
Yes.
his surface thoughts without him being aware of it. But if you want to go deeper, they'll get to do a wisdom save and they will know they're trying to read your thoughts.
I'll do surface.
Okay. Pietro, what are you thinking on the surface level at the moment?
I would presume it would be the surface thoughts would be currently Sludge's.
Well, it would be, we won. We should celebrate. Let's share our victory.
Didn't match my hair color.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ooh.
Robin, want to go deeper, or are you happy with that?
Make a wisdom save, please.
Go for it, Pietro.
Only for you, Pietro. Pietro isn't very wise.
Exactly.
Aye.
Game.
Oh.
Just beats it.
So, something stops you. You hit the equivalent of You didn't say the magic word.
They wouldn't know it's like
Access
that.
denied.
Would they know? Because Pietro has never seen me use that skill.
Pietro knows that you're rummaging around in his thoughts. Yes.
I presumed it's basically getting interrupted with Sludge going like, "This is my mind."
Well, that would give the game away, wouldn't it?
Then never mind. Sorry, yeah.
So, but you, Pietro, would definitely be saying, "Get out of my head." You know?
Yeah. It's like, get out of my head. I already got too many in here.
Plus, I'm constantly here talking anyway.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah, but
difference?
The difference is you're normally just communicating, not rummaging around in there.
Oh yeah, he knows. He's just trying to argue his way into letting Pietro.
You're just trying to get past the bouncer.
He's just trying to get past the bouncer.
Do you want to spend another second level spell slot to try again?
Could I roll persuasion?
Does failing come out after using detect thoughts? Or does it require me mentally pushing?
If you
mentally pushing them out?
If you succeed, the spell ends.
Fair enough.
So if he wants,
cast.
so if he wants to detect thoughts again, he's going to have to cast it again, which is going to risk, making you angrier, because you're going to know that he's looking again.
He's gonna respect your wishes. But can I roll persuasion?
Sure. What do you want to try and persuade him of?
That my voice is constantly in your head. So what's the difference?
No.
No.
I think that might be. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Nah, you suck. You are not convincing.
Not too convincing. Oh well.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't even pass the passive insight.
Oh well.
Yep.
Anyway, we should probably go.
You gotta go back and change it.
What's next? What would be the next job?
I don't know. Maybe a bit of light thievery to calm down.
Cleanse the palate.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's he gone?
You would not have noticed that Dante's left. Okay. Dante's pulled a Batman.
Wait, was that not how?
Not really. There's just a lot of going on, so he probably could have just walked away and you wouldn't have noticed.
Okay. Are you still in the crowd at the moment? Would they be able to find you if they looked?
It depends on how long they were doing their little interchange, because he would have started after his conversation about the red ichor. He probably would have left.
Okay.
Oh, then Robin would probably have noticed.
Yeah, Robin
Yeah.
has. Robin's only got a passive perception of 14, though.
If he was just straight up walking.
But there's a crowd.
Oh, yeah, true.
Be able to say, "Oh, it's your brother."
A crowd that's
And to be fair,
celebrating.
Pietro was in the middle of all of that chaos and also battling with sludge. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so Pietro would have been distracted.
Yeah.
Sure.
also, he's going to go do that thing that I mentioned to you earlier.
No, I don't
Yes.
That's where he's going.
So yeah, you're going to yeah. Anyway, Pietro, you would suddenly notice that Dante's not about,
It's over here.
and Robin would be like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, Pietro will be probably. So we should really go look for him.
Yeah, it's a good shout.
Who's got?
Where's Fang Sasha when you need him?
Where's what?
Where's Fang Sasha when you need him?
Pietro, do you want to try and track him?
Sure. And I'm presuming at this point, Sludge has recessed back into the lower mind.
Yeah, he's
Doing
done
what
what he has to do, and he's going to. Yeah, he's got this.
Yep.
You get a warning though in response to Robin's suggestion. You go looting that the Bluecloaks will try to stop you.
I mean, to be fair, even without sludge, I'm pretty sure that'd be an obvious outcome that they would try to stop you from looting.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't think it would be best to test our luck.
But anyway,
Aww.
yeah, you have autonomy again, Pietro. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, my Okay, my survival is plus 3.
Roll it. No, you can't find any tracks to follow. I mean, it's understandable. There's footprints all over the place because of this crowd, so you're gonna have to.
And plus, also to be fair, Dante doesn't often leave prints seen, as he doesn't have to just walk on the ground.
You okay?
you hover.
No, he runs on rooftops and stuff,
Ah, yes.
and sometimes he's just invisible.
So you're gonna have to use your brain. Where would
What
Dante?
brain?
Where would Dante have gone?
You mean which brain?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Of that, would it be history?
I'm supposed to remember what sort of thing he. I don't think he's actually told you anything about where you would meet up after this.
That would
But-
mean, like, Pietro remembering previous things we found or discussed.
Uh-huh.
That's something like that. To get a
Okay,
hint.
roll it.
Rolling.
It's a +2. Holy shit, dirty 20. Okay. So you would it would occur to you that they've probably gone back to some sort of base of operations. One of the places you've held up. If he's got files. He's been in the HQ, so he might be looking for a one of the ship's terminals to input the data and see if anything useful is extrapolated from that data.
I think we need to go back. I think we need to head towards one of the terminals.
Yeah, there's something off about it.
Robin?
Would Robin? So what terminals has Dante seen? He's seen the one in Bernie's.
There's one in Bernie's. There's the one in the control room at the very top of the tower.
Top of the spire.
Top of the spire, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, has Dante gone up there? No,
You don't-
yeah, he has.
That's what you got to figure out. Like,
And then there's the one at the bottom of the spire that.
I don't think you know of it, but I don't think you've been down.
He hasn't been to that one.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't been to that one.
Tell me what's up.
We don't even know if it even works.
Could I insight just to figure out thinking about what he would do?
Try and get in Dante's head and figure it out.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go ahead and bardic inspiration.
Okay.
20 plus 6.
So
What's
he's
your
gonna-
bardic?
Put it out.
What is your bardic dice, Pietro?
My bardic dice is a D8,
D8.
and with I remember with my version of it, I can.
You can roll
You
the
can-
D8 twice and pick the highest.
Yeah.
So see if you can get better than a 3 on that D8. Nope.
No, 12.
12. It would occur to you that the one he would most likely use would be the one that's most out of the way of everyone else. The problem with the one in the lower levels in Bernie's place is that there are people down around that may have looted it already, actually.
Last time we went into Bernie's one, the door was basically smashed in.
Yeah, that's not a secure
I mean,
location.
didn't we smash it in though?
Yes.
I did.
We
I
looted
did.
everything. We looted everything valuable from it.
The more secure and private location would be the upper spire control room.
Chances are he's gone up. He's up there, and he might be in the control room. Educated guess.
Then let's go. I know a shortcut.
Yeah. Following you.
Which shortcut are you taking?
I presume we'll be using the ducts.
Remember that the upper level ducts are tiny and
Right.
I assume outside.
Robin's not going to be able to fit through those. So yeah, you'd have to go outer spire.
What?
You'd have to go outside the spire.
Yeah. Then yeah, Pietro briefly is like, do you have any problem with sunlight?
No. No, not really.
Then I guess we're gonna be taking a trip outside.
Oh, neat.
Come on.
Same route. Heal.
Okay. So you head out through the access tunnels to an external hatch. Discover that it's night outside.
Yeah. Spire does wonders when it comes tricking you.
It's hard to tell what time of day it is on the inside.
Really does try to give itself some sense of time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's odd.
You also see a flock of flying creatures that seem to have riders flying towards the tower.
Riders.
Sorry?
I said Rough Riders.
One of these creatures seems to have flown ahead of the riders and is flying around the spire. It's a very strange creature. It almost looks like if you took the body of a lion, gave it a spiky tail, and put a human face on it. Oh, and it's got wings. Big bat-like wings. Or dragon-like wings, depending on your perspective.
I know what that is.
That's not pretty.
It's a manticore.
Pietro no, but I know what that is.
I'm about monsters.
That to me sounds like a manticore.
It is. Yeah. That's a manticore.
And I believe that was something that the party discovered last time we went outside the spire.
This time it's got a rider.
No, this one, the scout doesn't have a rider.
Oh, scout. Okay.
Speaking of which, the scout does begin flying back towards the rest of the pride.
It's like Pietro, through the psychic links, like, do you think we need to worry about them or?
Yeah, that's the reason why you can't see me.
The manticores, fly closer to the tower, and they seem to be aiming for lower level farming platforms.
Oh boy, that sounds like the same place that we'll probably need to enter into.
Oh, we're going up.
You're going up. Yeah. So you're going to be climbing up and away from the manticores.
Yeah.
It's just something that's happening in a parallel game. I thought that it would be interesting.
Oh, well, let's just walk. Let's just move.
Alright.
Up you go.
Yeah, Pietro just naturally does.
Bloop, 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 bloop,
No, I
bloop,
didn't. I
bloop.
was worried about him. I will send them a message about it. I just want to make sure
So-
they're all right. You know. Oh, they're good kids.
At this rate, you're going to get there before Dante does.
If Dante's a monk, good fucking luck.
Oh, that's true. That's true. He could run up the side
Yeah.
of the building, no problem.
He can.
Yeah, I can also run up sides. Also, I have 150 movement
Mhm.
at the moment.
Damn.
Okay.
Though I think Dante would probably run up the spire
No
because, as far as I can tell, he can only stay sticking to a wall unless if he keeps moving.
Basically, yeah, he can go up a vertical well, it's not quite a vertical surface either, the spire, because it's helical and slightly conical. So you could run up the ramps, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I assumed Robin does it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So anyway, Dante would be the first one up to the top. The access hatch is there. The some of the smoke from the burning sanguinite building is still seeping through vents to the outside, causing a column of black to rise from the top of the spire. But yeah, you can make your way inside and be there waiting for them when they finally arrive. What would you try to get done right away? What would be the first thing you do?
Again, I'm gonna do the thing I messaged you about before I look into the file or the data thing I have.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Okay.
So is there anything in particular on the data? I keep forgetting what are they like data cores, data sheets?
Memory cores.
Yeah, data cores. Memory core, yeah. It was something.
So you plug one of those into the thing and into the terminal and boot it up and create a file. By the time Pietro and Robin catch up, you have finished recording whatever it was that you were recording to the memory core.
Alright. After that, I'm just gonna poke around, see if wait, is that the schematic of the ship still here, or does Robin have that one?
Robin has that.
Yeah. So when Robin joins you, you can compare notes. Yeah, what would you say to them when they pop into the room?
Oh yeah, so when they're here, I'm just gonna be like, oh, right, you're the one who had that. You mind giving me the data core for the ship schematics? I want to see something.
Why?
And he just holds up the drive regulator.
The what? Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, the other thing I stole, the
component,
took.
the ship component. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to see where it goes and what it does.
Sure.
Is that the reason why you disappeared on us?
That, and I needed some space.
Right. So, fast.
Yeah, there was a whole lot going on.
Sure, yeah. I'll plug it in. I need to.
Hey, the migrant.
I need a refresher as well. And I'd get me helmet on as well, just so I can extra read.
Yup. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Well, if you can make sure to do that,
I'll keep an eye out in case someone tries to get at us.
The ship's
Oh, the door's
interactive-
closed.
Yeah, you close the hatch again behind yourself. But yeah, you bring up the interactive map of the interior of the ship. Anything in particular you want to look at?
Does it say where particular this drive regulator should go? Or how it, like its functionality, or stuff like that?
The missing components are still highlighted on the engine sections. Yes. Most of the missing pieces seem to be missing from the lower levels. Do you want to do an investigation, see if you can see just at this level
When you go up
like-
there and the rock all around is like.
where this is supposed to go?
I mean, I can try.
I'm gonna get
Or do
ambushed.
you want to zoom in on a particular section and see if you can make it easier for yourself?
You wanna zoom in on what? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that last part.
Zoom in on a particular section, like take each part of the ship at a time to see if you can find it easier, rather than looking at the whole ship at once.
Yeah, assuming that I do that, yeah, then that's what I'd do. Rather than just leaving it up to chance or something.
Where do you think you're going to look first?
I'll start with the closest looking one on the map that's missing still.
Oh, closest to where you are? Okay.
Yeah.
So you bring up the top of the spire, and roll a d20 for me.
D20.
2.
2.
Okay. And then an investigation check. Ooh.
What? My rolls are not good today.
Okay. You think
You know, as long as people for help.
yeah, if you want to ask one of the other two to see if they would help you see if they can find this shape on that map, by all means.
I mean, I assume one of them has better investigation than me.
Yeah, you could
I
or you could if they give the help action, it would just be you get to roll again and pick the higher.
Yeah.
Pietro does
I mean,
have a better
one-
investigation, but it's still not great.
Yeah, but I'll say if one of them actually has a plus for investigation, I'd rather give them the help action, because I still have a -1.
So you're going to turn to Pietro and say, "Help me find this."
Yeah. Or do you think you can help me with this?
I'll try. Not the greatest at maps.
Well, he's offering you the help action this time, so you can do an investigation with advantage.
Yeah.
Neat.
Day 20! Alright, so while Dante was fairly certain that it fit in one of the empty slots that he could see on the map, Pietro is able to confirm that no, that's a different component. Similar, but different.
I'd be like, I think you got the right idea, but
Not quite.
different part.
So you look at the next.
Yeah.
So you start to look at the where there's a lot more pieces missing down in the lower levels. Roll a d20 for me.
Alright.
Me or Pietro?
Straight D20 or.
Well, if you want to, it's a look roll. So let's see how your luck is holding up. Okay, and an investigation.
Alright.
Again, you're getting help. Yeah. Okay. So you zoom out and zoom back in on the lower levels, where the other end of the radiant beam would be, and where there's a lot more pieces missing. But it doesn't take you long at all to figure out exactly where the regulator goes. And it's on one of the it's a fairly easy to access location too.
Yeah. It looks like that piece goes here. And Pietro, punching out the location. Looks like it's in a fairly easy to access area, but
It's still lower levels,
still lower level.
down in the filth.
So whatever's going on, we're gonna have company.
They won't bother you. Just don't look at them funny.
Yeah, I know. Just you know the whole logic. I can only keep it off for so long.
Sure.
Yep. Be so much easier.
Well, I
if
think
it
if
was
that's the
crucified.
case, we should head down that way then.
Yep.
And you don't have to. Also, you don't have to alter your form drastically. You can just do like a slight form change. Looks like a hybrid.
Wait, what?
Like you've
someone
got
like
me, and then you've got the people who aren't 4 eyes. Like a lot of them are.
So something like this, and Pietro would almost mold himself to look more like a
Kruthic hybrid.
Kruthic hybrid.
Yeah. Good.
Not gonna smell right though, are they?
Not gonna smell right. Yeah, pheromones.
I think if I knew what to go with, I could use a spell to recreate the pheromone.
Prestidigitation, Ken.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think we discussed this last time.
There's also another way, Pietro.
Yeah?
Says a voice in your head. You could find a Kruthic hybrid and put some of yourself into them.
Robin's a Kruthic hybrid.
I'm a full brood. I'm a full one.
Yeah, he's a full-on Kruthic. But yeah, the first Kruthic you come across...
I'm just messing out of character.
Yep, the first Kruthic you come across, you could take possession of, basically.
Yeah, and yeah, of course, Pietro internally like, and why would I listen to you at that point?
Why would what?
Why would I listen to you at that point?
I am you. We have the same goals, you and I. We want to make a better spire for everyone.
Alright, just seriously, we expect not to become basically a plague to the spire.
We're not a plague.
Hi, Toby.
We're not making them sick. We're making them better.
Whatever you say.
You can't be there.
And yeah. So, Dante, it's going to be harder for you to pass as a Kruthic because you're dead, and they can't do anything to A Kruthic can't splice its DNA into dead flesh.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think I want to be spliced.
Why? You get some more arms.
So, how do you want to get around that? Do you want me to use something like prestidigitation to make you smell living?
Nice green.
That's not going to help. I mean, he'd have to look and smell like a Kruthic.
I mean, I can polymorph, or not polymorph. Disguise self,
That works. Well, for the illusion part of it, anyway.
and then just press for the presto for the scent.
Cool.
Alright, that works.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So does that mean everyone has a means of disguising themselves?
Yep. And now you just got to
Yep.
get all the way from the top of the spire to pretty much all the way to the bottom.
Jump.
Jump.
Just follow the rule. Just follow the rule,
Slide down the ramp.
basically.
Oh, you could go down the hole in the middle.
I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but I'd rather not go splat.
I mean, technically, I think I can.
Yeah, you can. You've got your slow fall.
I have featherfall. I can like just jump in between each level through the hole. Like, but since you guys can't do it, I guess we have to take the long way down.
Yeah,
It isn't even that long of a way. We just go down the side.
Well, again, I said I could literally. The way I do, I could be down there in seconds. This will take us at least like a couple hours.
Fair.
then who knows? We could start making our way down while you explore.
So basically, you want Dante to lead the way? Since he can get down there the fastest, you want him to go down first?
Sure. If he doesn't feel like waiting up for the party.
Party are slow.
It's not that they're slow; it's that they can't survive jumping from great heights, despite one being a giant cockroach and the other being a basically slime ball.
Say about possibly rebuilding outside of roads.
You think both of you had like built-in crash armor or something?
You think? Yeah, imagine Pietro being like, you think? It's like, you think I'll be able to just drop, but apparently I do need something keep holding me together.
Not to sound racist, but you know how many bugs die from fall damage? 0.
Like,
Splat.
Yeah, we're not exactly bugs, are we?
Yeah.
Bugs are small, tiny things.
It's that lizard DNA that's messing you up.
Though
If we're just pure bugs that like bug lizard hybrid monster things, you probably would have fall damage resistance.
Though, out of curiosity, Robin, do you have bones or?
I assume it's exoskeleton. I mean, because we're working in D&D, exoskeletons typically don't work for bigger things in real life.
It's literally a hybrid skeletal structure.
Yeah, so it would have to be a mixture of bone and exo.
You have
So,
you know how a tortoise, in addition to having an internal skeleton, also has external plates.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
So your turn.
How would Robin answer Pietro's question?
Do you have bones?
It's like, so do you have bones or?
I got a couple of them. At least a few.
It's almost. It's also almost as if the inside your shell is a network of support structures. Does that make sense? So it's
Yeah.
they're not like bones in the traditional sense. It's more like a
A mesh.
Yeah.
He's gonna shoot you.
I about to say there'd be an easy way to figure it out.
What's that?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
not.
just-
You're not cutting me open.
No, not that. We'll just wait till you go to sleep and we'll just cast animate skeleton on your skeleton. If you get up on your own, then that means your skeleton. You have a skeleton.
You
If
can
you
only
don't
do-
get up, that means you don't
You
have
can
a
only
skeleton.
do that on dead bones, not living ones.
Well, he's now done bleeding.
Anyway, moving on.
All right, so you guys will make your way down, and I'll make my way down, but faster.
Yes.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Okay.
As you said, you just see Dante jump into the hole.
So you leave the control room, step out onto the gantry over the hole that goes all the way to the bottom, and just Geronimo.
Yep, just jumping down to the next level.
Oh, so you're
But
gonna
basically,
do-
like
you're gonna grab
ricocheting back and forth
okay.
in between, like
So you
the level gaps.
You're parkouring off
Yeah.
of.
Because I believe he couldn't go straight down. I'm pretty sure that's way too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terminal
Slow
velocity is terminal velocity, no matter what. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain your slow fall capability only goes
see.
for
Let's see.
So
Let's
far?
Yeah, I don't think it would have covered. Yeah, I highly doubt it would cover the entirety of the spire.
Let's see. Monk slow fall.
It's 5 times
Again-
my monk level.
Reduce any falling damage you would make by an amount T equal to 5 times your monk level. And the max,
Oh my god.
the max possible fall damage would be 20d6. So,
Nice.
what's your monk level?
12.
So 12 times 5.
So that would be about he'd go the full maximum.
So in theory, you could fall all the way from the top to the bottom and only take 9 points of damage.
No, I'm gonna do it the way I said. That way, it at least gives them some time to get down themselves.
Fair enough.
Plus, also, it would make sense that he wouldn't just wanna. I imagine he would probably use the floors to probably take steps in between to make sure,
Well,
you know.
except that to do that,
That's okay.
he would have to be deliberately directing his fall towards one of the to an edge, because otherwise it is just a big open hole from top to bottom. So
Yeah.
So yeah, instead of
I
diving
mean,
down,
oddly enough, there's
yeah,
a
so
weird way that this works.
so yeah, you grab onto a ledge, drop down to the next ledge, grab onto that one,
I was like, oh
and
god.
so on and so forth. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but oddly not even that, because as he's since when he's using the dash, he can go along walls. He can just literally like slide down a wall at a certain point and just jump to the next spot.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Or again, just free fall and just catch the ledge.
Yeah, I think catching ledges would be the way to do it. Alright.
Either way, he's doing it on purpose just to slow himself down, so he's not like completely leaving you guys in the dust.
Yeah. And some people are like, what the fuck? Did you see a guy just plummet? Yeah. Oh, he's got hold of the edge. Oh shit, he fell again. No. Wait, is he doing that deliberately?
Fuck is he? Fuck does he still blood bones?
The what now?
I thought I was gonna pass.
It's like, how the fuck does he still have? How does he still have bones in his legs?
Well, no, it's more the case of like if you're grabbing onto ledges, it's going to be more likely that he would wrench a shoulder or pull it out of its socket entirely.
Yeah, I imagine it's like, how the hell has he not dislocated his shoulder at this point?
Yeah.
I don't think dislocating his shoulder will actually affect him much,
No, not with him being reborn. No.
Yeah, I think
Just need like a minute to pop it back in place.
Being dead definitely has its
It has
bonuses.
perks. Yeah.
Would Reborn have no sensation of pain?
Limited. Yeah. Pain is an odd one in D&D because, okay, logically, if you are taking damage during a fight, then your combat effectiveness would be reduced as you get closer to unconsciousness. You would slow down. The limbs that have been injured would be less effective, or more than likely be out of commission entirely. You would not be fighting at full combat effectiveness right down to
At 1
0
HP.
points. Right.
Yeah, I don't think it's like undead or like reborns. They feel pain. It's more like they just take amount of damage, so their body just stops responding.
Yeah.
I kind of assume Pietro has no sensation of pain because Pietro is
You
purely
don't have-
artificial.
Sorry?
I kind of assume Pietro doesn't have any nerves due to being
Well,
basically a made creature.
They have sensors.
you do and you don't. It's more like what other... You're essentially a single-celled organism. And... yeah, it's different from...
Yeah.
other
Additional nerves.
They didn't have... To have nerves means to have multiple cells.
Yeah, exactly. So since you don't have multiple cells, you don't have nerves that we would understand it. But you do have a way of detecting damage and protecting yourself against it.
Yeah.
And countering it. You know? But it's not pain as we would know it.
Yeah. I always assume Pietro is only able to detect, when, burrowing away.
Yeah.
'Cause,
You're aware
not
of
being
the,
only...
yeah, we've covered that before, that you're aware of the diminishing.
Yeah.
diminishing cells. Anyway.
You feel yourself being consumed.
Yeah, Robin will start moving, if we haven't already.
Yep. I'm assuming you even walked out to the gantry and saw him go, jump over the edge and nope, I'm not fucking doing that.
Hmm. Indeed.
Because it would be fascinating if I could just drop down, but
Well,
Could I Misty Step in time just to cancel out any full damage?
yeah.
how many spell slots do you have available?
I have 2 spell slots, but if I Misty Step before I land, would that cancel inertia?
It might. But as we've covered, even if you take max damage from falling, it would only be about 69 points of damage.
Oh yeah, that would only take me down to about 3/4. So he could just do that.
So could Pietro.
Yeah, Robin will fuck it, we will. And he's gonna jump.
Geronimo!
Be down there.
Yeah, I guess as Dante's jumping down, you just see Robin plummeting down.
Oh hey! As the split second, the very short time you're in his telepathic range.
Multiple limbs flailing.
And before I land, could I try Misty Step just above to reset my
Yeah, absolutely.
velocity?
And Pietro,
Yeah?
you could turn yourself into a freaking self-parachute.
Would that actually work?
Why not?
Mechanically?
I mean, there's gliding, too.
Yeah, you could turn yourself into a big globby sheet and slow yourself down that way. Of course, weighting down your corners so that it forms a parachute instead of just floating like a piece of paper.
Yeah. No, fuck it. I'll probably try. Pietro will probably try that. Like, you know what I mean? It's like Pietro's like, hope this works. Globbing the equipment into the corner.
A Kruthic, an undead monk, and a fucking jellyfish. All go down the hole.
Would that actually cancel out the fall damage, or would I still take like half the damage?
Yeah, it would cancel it.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine Pietro wants.
Well, actually, let's have you make an acrobatics check right before you hit the ground.
Mm-hmm. All right. My acrobatics is a +4.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So yeah.
Hey, could Robin give like a superhero landing?
Yes. So Robin is the first to hit the ground, actually, because he's mostly going at terminal velocity until he hits the bottom. And you use your Misty Step to land in a crouched pose with two of your arms up and the other two, punching ground.
Isn't that kind of position actually really hard on your knees?
Yes, but he's actually hasn't fallen like that. He's bounced into that position, so it's different.
Well, just showing off.
Mm-hmm. And and then Dante would actually be the next one down, with Pietro floating down into the muck like a big old jellyfish, and then right before he gets to the ground, he'd gloop into a more humanoid form, using his knees to soften the final impact.
Yeah, probably bouncing up and down like a jelly.
Mm-hmm.
I think I lost the momentum.
Yeah.
It's like that didn't feel as weird as it looked.
Okay.
That's a nice landing there.
Now, of course, what you've landed on is disgusting.
Pieces.
Well,
And I imagine Pietro is almost like, oh, what the fuck am I in?
The waste of everything above.
Yep, and also, all kinds of waste, including decaying bodies, and decayed bodies. All fecal matter, food waste. All of it, just bleh. Including and also junk that people had thrown away. And
I'm assuming before Pietro, puts on the skin layer to, that thin layer to, not being
some of the biomass would have been absorbed. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, like. Oh, thank God I know how to make a skin layer. Oh, what did touch have to be part of taste?
You hear
I guess.
you hear
Yeah, it's the cards you've been dealt.
as several Kruthic come out of the darkness and begin climbing up the flesh mound that you're standing on. What'd you do?
Of course, Pietro would quickly use disguise to look like Kruthic.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, go into that Kruthic hybrid form.
Yep. And presto to make the smell.
Yep. Pietro just to itself, please work, please work, please work.
And Dante doing the similar thing?
Yep.
Okay.
Robin will ask them how they're doing in Kruthic. What are you doing? How are you guys doing? We're just dropping in, don't mind us.
What brings you to the Deep Hive?
Oh, just needed to drop down. It was the quickest way.
You will be climbing back up then?
Yeah.
It's a little rude to fall in uninvited.
We'll get out your hair. Actually, we don't have hair.
We don't have
We'll
hair.
we'll get out the way.
Well, not really hair.
Right. Yeah, it's weird. Biology is weird, but it's lovely.
We are the pinnacle of biology.
We are. We've got natural shield and we've got natural weapons.
Who are your friends? They smell odd.
You needn't worry about them. Just they're close enough. You don't want to try.
Hybrids?
Yeah, hybrids.
Yeah. The sooner we spread our pure strain among the populace, the better.
Oh, I've been putting that work in. Don't worry. You hear about that one up there? You hear about the one on the upper level?
We don't hear much down here.
Well, there's a whole there's a whole level dedicated to us now.
The ape folk have a new cult, it seems, down here.
Huh.
They are unified. They are peaceful, not squabbling amongst themselves as they did before.
What's that cult? What's it called?
They don't really name themselves.
Oh, lovely. Another villain. I assume when we meet them, we'll cross that bridge when we get to them. Thank you for the warning, though.
It is
We'll be out of.
If I did not know better, I would say they were a hive mind.
That might be a bit annoying to. That sounds like it's going to be annoying to.
Yeah. I imagine Pietro internally to these sludge. It's like, God damn it! I thought we're on the right page.
First I've heard about it.
I will cross that bridge.
Perhaps we can see if we can find them and find out what's going on.
Yeah. Of course, Pietro from the outside world is completely silent because,
Yeah.
don't want to away that I can't talk inside someone's head.
Yeah. Well, it's okay because Robin is communicating with the Kruthic telepathically, so that's all silent too. So Dante is just standing there, like.
Oh no, I'm talking in clicks.
Oh, you're talking Kruthic, yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. Dante's just kind of standing.
Clicks and pheromones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dante doesn't understand unless you have a way of translating Kruthic.
I do not have a way to train Sleek Rufik. Honestly, I'm probably not even paying attention to whatever they're clicking about anyway.
Okay. You do know that what you're standing on, that this, underneath this mound of refuse, is the other half of the of the solar engine that powers this whole thing, and that you're gonna have to dig down to the control panel that would give you access to the port where this device needs to be installed.
Yep, that's what he was thinking about. So while Robin's doing all the clicking, he's gonna since we're so mentally linked, he's gonna talk to Pietro yo, so how about we start getting this stuff out the way?
Are you saying that we're on top of this thing? On top of where we need to go?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Today's just getting better and better.
You basically landed on a compost heap on top of some old technology. And you need to dig through the compost heap to get to the tech.
Out of curiosity, are there any dead bodies in the heap?
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is pretty much all. There's some scrap in there, but it's mostly organic, decomposing organic material.
But there's corpses.
Oh yeah.
Alright, can I try using the wand?
You're gonna recruit some. Yeah, wand of animate dead. Cool.
I could technically do a trick here, but I imagine Pietro would not like the idea at all.
You just absorb the biomass. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Which turn to a giant baby slide.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you make a zombie. What do you command your zombie to do?
I am going to command it to move the pile of stuff.
It's going to start digging.
Technically, can I just say start digging.
The Kruthic talking to Robin seems concerned and confused that a long dead thing has begun. A filthy corpse is now moving around and digging.
Yeah. What the hell is that?
This is a strange power.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is either. Because he has not seen this yet.
Mm-hmm.
And,
What?
would it be fine if basically Pietro, took off the thin layer and started eating? And would I need can I roll performance to see if Pietro can make it look like he's still fine? To have a poker face to avoid looking like he's about to vomit.
Yeah, and also to make it convincingly look like you are eating with your mouth instead of dissolving with your body. Yeah. Performance check. In the meantime, the Kruthic goes, have we evolved to be able to command the dead? I can't do that yet.
Oh, yeah, that's something that specific hybrid could do. Free.
Why do they not speak?
Why
is that one eating filth? There.
I think it may have messed with them. Just like some magic stuff. It may have messed with their development. Because not all of us can be... Not all of us develop well.
It should be destroyed. It is a mockery. It is a failure.
They'll get destroyed later, don't worry.
I'll get around to it. It's fine.
They're useful to have around.
This is most unusual. Defects are not tolerated.
Yes, but when you're on the upper levels, you need the defects because they fit in better.
You're saying that you can fool the imperfects by being imperfect.
Yeah. I mean, they don't really like us running around.
Yeah.
So you need to...
Interesting.
you need to either become imperfect or make someone else
As distasteful as this is, I see the logic. It's very clever.
Thank you. They were my hardest work.
They must not be allowed to reproduce. We do not want more imbeciles in our hive.
Don't worry, I think they're inept.
I imagine Pietro would be able to hide the kind of look of, well, you too.
You don't
I'm
understand.
speaking in Kruthek.
You don't understand Kruthik.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, are we actually listening to this conversation or not?
Nah, the Kruthik are just.
I'll be honest, even if Dante knew what they were saying, he probably wouldn't give a fuck. He's like, I came here to do a job. I don't care. Like, just don't come near me or I'll squash you.
And right now, Pietro's maintaining a lot of focus on trying not to regurgitate what's being eaten.
Which means you're consuming it. Which means you're gonna be growing.
Yeah, I would imagine they would probably be noticing that the oh, look at one is getting bigger.
Depends on how quickly you're absorbing, I suppose. But yeah, after a while, they would notice that you were now the size of a cow. As big as a hive lord.
Hive Lord?
Yep, Kruthik hive lords. They're large monstrosities.
Was that one the one they were trying to summon her earlier in that church?
Maybe, I don't recall.
No, that was the not a hive lord. It's the
Saviors.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they were trying to get a signal off world. Basically.
You needn't worry about that plot point.
The descended ones or the ascended ones or something.
You needn't worry about them. They're fine.
Alright.
They'll get here and eat everyone eventually. It's fine.
Yeah.
They're playing the song to summon Godzilla.
Anyway. Zombies digging away.
Massive
munching.
work.
Right. And the native Kruthik back off a little bit, but they're still cautiously watching, and if you plan on exploring the rest of the deep level, that it looks like that they are prepared to prevent that.
Understandable.
Yeah, that's good information for later.
It's a special tool we can use for later. Anyway.
Yeah.
Robin would shout to them. I recommend say that he'll tell them to go to the shop where there's spare where that map where I gave the map was to, and say that
tell
Robin
them the crew
sent
to
you
go to go up several layers to the pawn shop.
Yeah, to stealth and do it, but
Okay.
have one or two things go. Have one or two of them go. Tell them that Robin sent you and to bring something that they're willing to trade for some information about the maps and where all the things are.
Okay. They pass the message on. Even Dante and Pietro would notice the chittering getting the chittering being echoed throughout the darkness, and shortly afterwards several Kruthiks crawling into the light of the edge of the hole and climbing up over the lip into the level above.
Of course, Pietro thinking to itself, that ain't good.
That ain't good.
Yeah, Robin
Also, how many?
Oops, sorry.
Out of curiosity, how many times can I use the spell with this wand?
I haven't decided. It's going to keep working until it doesn't. Did we roll for the number of charges it started with?
No,
Okay.
because this is the first time I decided to actually use it.
Let's do d6 plus 3.
And is it a case that thing recharges on a dawn?
Yes.
D6 plus what?
3.
3.
Hopefully it's not one that
8
could
charges.
potentially explode if...
Alright,
if
I'm just going to use it 2 more times to raise 2 more zombies to make this a lot faster.
Okay. And so at this point it's looking more like the zombies are arranged around Pietro, the 3 of them, and are basically shoveling material towards the increasingly large Kruthik as this and what you end up with is like a well being dug down through the stuff.
I'm sorry, this is the first thing that came to mind when you said that.
Meanwhile, Pietro's just thinking stuff. God, it's just foul.
What? It's
Thinking
foul.
this thing.
Yes.
God, it's too foul.
Are you at any point splitting yourself into multiple
Foul
individuals?
clones.
Yeah, I would imagine Pietro would try and start doing that to try and, get shit too big.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it doesn't take too long, maybe about half an hour, 45 minutes before you've hit metal.
I imagine Pietro stopping himself. And it's like, oh, thank God. I don't think I'm ever going to get that taste out.
Yeah, it's not just a metal pipe. Okay. So, the metal is, of course, filthy and slightly corroded, but you do see an access hatch.
Of course, Pietro would use prestidigitation to clean off the rust to be able to see if there's any any instruction or anything to get it at keen access.
There's a handle.
Then yeah, Pietro will pull up on that handle.
Make an athletics check.
Alright then.
That's a bit stiff.
+1.
What? Oh yeah.
+1.
12. You try and twist the handle and you hear a metallic screech as it moves a fraction of a degree and then seizes again.
And I imagine Pietro's like calling over to the other one. It's like, come on, could you get help?
Mate, we're made of oil.
I guess I'll give him a hand.
Are you
Right.
dropping down there? You gonna lubricate it?
Yeah, Pietro will lubricate
Alright.
and then start pulling again.
With advantage this time. There we go.
The
Pop. Open a gun. Hatch opens. And you see an access panel, and you can... lots of wires and pipes are just... You can see where several components should go, including a slot for the piece that Dante brought with him. But there's several other pieces missing.
Getting this, it's like getting this place up and running is gonna take a long time.
Maybe.
yeah.
One of the other Pietros that you've made during this digging spits out another component that it found amongst the refuse in the compost heap, and so I think this one goes there.
It's like, well, that Pietro will pick up. It's like, well, at least digging for the pile of shit had its uses.
Maybe we'll find more, says another.
Who knows? Could you two dig around, see if we can see if there's any more in the pile.
They look up and make sure that no Kruthic are looking over the edge, over the top of the well at them, and then just glom into the wall in two different directions and begin eating through it.
Because after all, they seem to love the taste.
Not really. They like growing bigger.
Following orders.
Then they see the use of finding more components, because if you can rebuild the engine and get it running again, that'll get rid of all the other vampire families in one switch.
Oh, Yvette's gonna fucking hate Pietro.
If you complete it before Yvette comes back.
Yeah.
See how long it takes for the news that something jumped down the pit willingly to the bottom levels. That didn't seem to be a suicide.
Anyway, because most people who jump out would be commoners.
Yeah,
so it would just be death.
Yeah, just I'm done with this shit. Bye bye. Down I go.
I would say, wouldn't it make sense that they would almost be suspicious if they didn't hear a crunch?
I'm assuming that it's such a long way down that we're talking. This spire is miles high.
Yeah.
So
So the
the
landing is
pile of
soft.
this stuff down there, I'm pretty sure there wouldn't be a crunch anyway.
Yeah, just
The landing is soft out. The landing is
Yeah, more-
softened as well.
I mean, you're still gonna read it. You're still gonna hit it with terminal velocity if.
True.
But it'd be more of a splat rather than a crunch.
Yes,
More of a squish.
more of a squish. Exactly.
You know what I mean? That kind of sound of.
Yeah.
Yep. It's gone.
Yeah.
Either way, I mean, even if you survive the fall, you'd be falling into a nest of Kruthiks. And most Kruthiks wouldn't. Yeah. You wouldn't be greeted so warmly if you were not at least pretending to be a Kruthik.
Oh, with the crew thick.
Oh, we're Kruthik. Yeah. So anyway, diggy hole. So yeah, you started putting components back together. And you can probably leave the discovery of any additional components that have just been thrown out with the junk by people that, what the fuck is this thing? And thrown it down the hole. Which is ironic because originally it would have been salvaged from the engine to try and, you know, sell to people for food or whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Robin, Pietro, Dante, what do you want to do?
I'm presuming Pietro's gone in there with the part and put in place.
So Pietro is joining the other Pietros digging for more components?
You know what? Yeah.
Alright.
Good.
Robin.
Because the faster we can do it, the
Okay.
less chance of
Mm-hmm.
us getting swarmed.
I'm assuming Robin and Dante are still standing at the well's edge, having not been doing any of the digging themselves.
Yep.
Which gives
Yeah, not really.
So the two of you have an opportunity to talk to each other about something if you want, Dante.
I mean, if Robin looks at Don, he knows like he's kind of just seems to be thinking about something.
Hey, Robin will just be like, yeah, this is
Yes.
let's hope that shopkeep doesn't hate me. He's just thinking to himself.
Alright. So you're lost in your own thoughts and you're completely oblivious to Dante's look of contemplation. Right?
Yeah, because he is also
You're also
We're both contemplating.
You're both contemplating. Okay. Pietro, after not having much luck finding any more components amongst the filth and just being sick of tasting old shit and fat and gristle, would you make your way back up to the top? To where Dante and Robin are standing.
Yeah, and I imagine Pietro looking. Imagine the kind of main Pietro looking fairly nauseous.
I think this is
that's
Pietro 4 at this point, I think. But yes.
That's not a pretty look.
Or smell.
Yeah, the smells normal.
I found the hatch, and I found another one of the parts inside all of this shit. Whoa.
That's a very good job.
4 or 5 more Pietro Kruthiks climb out of the pit. All of them going, bleh.
The children yearn for the mines.
The Kruthiks that are watching look very confused.
Alright.
Big Kruthik is now Mini Kruthik? What the fuck?
Hey, I thought they said he was allowed to breed. Looks like they're too late.
But also, they might have discovered that weird-looking Kruthik has developed a new way to breed. Meaning they're never going to grow.
Anyway, so they're chittering amongst themselves. Dante, Robin, and Pietro, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna jump down.
You're gonna jump down? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And make my way to the port.
Yeah, Pietro will join you.
Robin will follow.
I'm down again.
I imagine the copies would continue to,
We continue to what?
Continue to, try and find more parts.
They
or,
had, but a few of them climbed out because they were also they're you. So at some point they're gonna need to take a break from eating filth.
Yeah, shoveling shit down their throats.
I mean, if they're the zombies, can still keep digging.
Yeah, the zombies will still keep digging. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, as the other Kruthik look on, puzzled, the 3 of you are down in the pit again. What do you do?
What?
Is there a data port here? In there? Like a core reader?
Not in the panel, no.
Ah, okay.
Not at this point. I mean, if you look at your... Oh, yeah, he's good. If you look at your map, you may be able to figure out where the nearest core reader would be.
I don't have any maps on me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you asked Pietro to draw one.
Does Pietro have it memorized?
Yeah. Then you could ask Pietro, and I could jump to look like the map.
Oh yeah, so Pietro, do you remember where there's a data core reader is?
History check.
Alright.
Nope.
And I'm assuming the image created at that point does not look right at all.
No, you create the image, you just don't have the... You're not sure where the data core is. So it's just a map of where you're... what this had looked like beforehand, but it's not properly labelled. Robin, though, if you want to make an investigation check, you can see if you can identify, even though he's not sure what on the map is the data core reader, you can see if you can see it yourself. Does that make sense?
Let's test. Oh no.
Shit.
No one is smart.
I don't know, I could try.
Go on.
I could potentially give you a bardic inspiration and see if that helps.
Dante can see it.
That's a history check to remember.
Sorry?
To remember where it's at.
At the base of, or what would have been the base of the radiant engine, of the solar engine. which of course is in your case, the back wall, where the engine meets the back wall. Which of course would also be the deepest part of the filth.
That looks better. Look.
Yeah, Pietro looking at you is like, please don't tell me I have to keep digging.
Yeah, I'll chip in.
Okay.
Okay. So you begin digging towards the data core reader.
Yup.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do have a tunnel. You're a tunneler, so it shouldn't be too hard.
Also, I'll get my. Actually, I won't put my imp through that. I respect my imp too much. Never mind. Ignore me.
That makes sense. After all, there has to be some job that you wouldn't put the imp through.
One of the native Kruthiks scuttles down and says, in Kruthik, "What is it you're digging for?"
There's some really cool bit of tech under here that'll help forward the cause.
The torturous tech.
Yes, the torturous tech, but it'll get rid of one of our. It'll get rid of one of the competitors, though.
What do you mean?
Oh, the bottom rows. You guys need to explore more. Anyway, that's irrelevant to this. But yeah, one of the big.
We have everything we need here.
Yeah. One of the big.
Fires.
Sorry?
I understand. If you're struggling to find things to say, wouldn't it be like pointing out that this could help stop the vampires?
I don't think they're aware of vampires.
Fair enough.
It's not really.
They seem quite disconnected from the other floors.
Yeah. They're at the very bottom. They are the most sheltered of the Kruthiks.
Yeah. You might exactly know the issue, but there's a big contender to the core. There's a big anti group to the cause.
You mean the cult?
Not exactly the cult, but at least I haven't met those guys yet.
I heard something. There she is, over to the left.
But they're making people undead. They're making people so we can't turn them.
Like your friend that raised.
Yes, but he stole something that's helpful. But if you try to steal it, I will kill you. And he's gonna give
I do not know how that slave attack functions.
You okay?
Anyway, he's on our side. You needn't worry. But there's a bit of tech here that's very useful.
Didn't know you could lock the door.
Are you sure that it's safe?
Yes.
The slavers used their tech to torture us and rip off limbs.
And we turned it against them.
Is that why they are gone?
Yes. We overran them.
Even the pale one, with the big sword. We have not seen him for quite some time.
Pale one with big sword, is that Mr. Demon Lord?
No,
That's the other guy.
We have
Oh,
The
Frost.
Yankee.
Frost.
I forget his name.
Yes.
Frost.
Oh, Frost, yeah.
roads way. I can show you
That bitch is dead. Yeah, we killed him.
I
This is gratifying.
Go to roads and I can take us from there.
And finding more of this tech.
I don't know how to explain it really.
We'll kill more of them.
Let's see.
Not sure how many more of them are left. You know?
Then who
I'm
are
not sure
the...
that...
Who are the two legs that walk the halls of the ship even now?
Wait, what's that question asking?
Okay, so basically it's saying if the Githyanki are all dead, then why are there still people?
Well, the Githyanki were...
The slaves.
Yeah, they were stopping us. And it's
I know one.
not that long since they died, really. So the numbers are slowly increasing. In fact, they'll be pretty. Yeah, they're moving. It's moving faster now.
What?
I don't know. Words.
That just word salad. That didn't mean anything.
Yeah. It's moving. You need to worry about it.
Roll persuasion.
Things are happening.
Things are happening.
Roll
Yeah. Words. I can't. Word salad.
Yummy.
Piss.
Oh yeah.
Goddamn.
You work for the two legs. That is why you are different. That is
I don't
why
work
one
for
of
them.
That is why one of you eats shit, another race is dead.
I don't work for them.
You are trying to convince us that the rest of the ship is safe.
No, I am not. I am telling you that that our numbers are slowly increasing.
Our numbers. Thought you said
Yes.
it was their numbers that were growing.
What? No.
Good.
The people that were stopping our numbers are dead. And their population is vastly lower now.
So what this thing we find will make us stronger?
Yes. It will basically knock one of the competitors out of the ring, out of the fight.
Okay. Very well. And hordes more Kruthiks come climbing down into the pit, digging away at the walls and widening the pit.
Of course, upon hearing that, Pietro would, bring back up the skies to make, if spotted.
They're helping.
I presume the copies would know to do that as well.
Sorry?
I presume the copies would know to do that as well to...
You blend in. Yep.
Yeah, blend in.
One of the Kruthiks clicks at you as you're clicks at your copy.
Would I need to roll to see if that copy, if Pietro even knows how to respond?
Make an insight check.
On it. Yeah, +3.
If you absorb or assimilate one of the Kruthik, then you would know how they are You would know their anatomy. You would know their minds. You would know. You would know how to beat Kruthic.
I'm thinking one of the copies would probably eat one of them if they're isolated.
Okay, I want you to make a sleight of hand to see if you can consume a Kruthic without any of the other Kruthics noticing.
I assume that a lot of them gathered around and
18.
like scrambled over it like ants. Like,
Yeah, you managed to take the Kruthic that was chittering at you and absorb its biomass, and then split off a bit of you to make an exact copy of it. You now know how to speak Kruthic. You know how to tunnel like a Kruthic. You even have tremor sense.
sweet.
And pack tactics.
Wait, Kruthics have pad tactics?
Kruthics have pack
Yeah.
tactics.
I don't have back tack.
That's because you're out. That's because you're on your own.
Oh yeah. Oh, if you're in a thing, yeah, that makes sense.
If you're a pack of Kruthic, you have pack tactics. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it checks
What
out.
is a pack Kruthics called? Infestation.
As if-
How far is the distance of tremor sense?
60.
$60
Yeah.
I can. I have a tunneling speed now.
Yeah, you can burrow 20 feet, and even through solid rock, leaving a 5-foot diameter tunnel in your wake.
You can burrow up to
But of course, you can also,
20.
if it's organic, then you can just
Along the road is if you're going to strawberry, it's not too
absorb it
far.
instead. But yeah,
You pass it.
you can
Yeah.
tunnel through non-organic
That's
material
already
now.
strawberry.
Would that mean? Should I add that, like the tunneling speed and stuff?
I burned it down.
Yeah,
now,
sure,
so
why
it's
not?
got like a wall around it.
Because
Oh.
we based you on the ant people instead of an actual Kruthic stat block, didn't we?
Yeah, and the tremor sense as well.
Yeah, why not?
Cool.
So, like, non-organic material.
So you can, through solid rock, you can burrow up to 20 feet per turn through solid rock, and therefore anything softer than that too. Metal's still going to be a problem.
Alright then. Rock. And... Okay, and... See... Pack... See pack tactics.
Pack tactics, you have advantage on attack roll against a creature if at least one of the Kruthic's allies is within 5 feet of you. And yeah. So basically, if you are fighting with a bunch of other Kruthically infused Pietros, then you can then you have advantage on the attack roll.
So it's not like straight pack tactics where I could do that with friends.
I'm gonna make it so basically you it's down to the way that you attack together. You take advantage of each other's. You're working together as a group. Anybody who doesn't have that sort of Kruthic programming wouldn't have the same coordinated attack style. Does that make sense?
Valentine Way? I'm not sure.
Okay, so with
Basically,
copy,
when
Right
that being said, wouldn't him and Robin get packed together?
Yes, yeah. When you and Robin are fighting together, then you would both have advantage on the attacks.
That's gonna be
prefix.
You know, just a thought.
But either way, that tremor sense would come incredibly handy, especially if someone tries to blind me.
Yeah, if you're in the dark. Yeah. All that stuff.
Hell, we've been digging story to
So anyway, so you and the other Kruthiks are digging through the dirt looking for more, seeing if you can find any more components, and of course expose more of the engine and the data core reader. The filth. A lot of the Kruthiks are collecting up the stuff that they've dug away and redistributing it to other parts of the hive.
Yeah, by chance, does anyone else spell Kruthic?
It is.
Like that.
Thank you.
K-R-U-T-H-I-K.
Out of curiosity, have the zombies dug up anything interesting?
Yeah. Bones, bits of scrap. Toys. Other bits of tech that may or may not be related to the ship.
Well, any pieces of tech that I don't recognize, I'll grab.
Cool.
Just sort of stow it away in my bag for later.
You even find some broken automatons.
Ooh. I can't really necessarily put that in my bag.
No.
But how? I assume they're not like too heavy.
One of
so
them,
what I could do is.
Did you meet Penny?
Yes.
You find what looks like an earlier version of the Penny android.
It'd be up here, wouldn't it?
Dante doesn't know how to feel about that.
Okay.
Realistically, he remembers his interaction. He found Penny irritating. In both variations. The overly sexual and the overly aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's tech, he would find like it interesting at least.
Yeah. Okay.
So what he would do is take the cloth he used before to make the makeshift bag for the bombas and try to like basically tie it to the automaton so he is like sort of placed on his back.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything you want to say to Pietro before we wrap up for the day?
Oh yeah, right. The thing. I'm gonna take Pietro aside while they're all doing the thing.
While many other Pietros are still working. Yep.
Yeah, the main, or whichever Pietro, the fourth Pietro.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to talk to him and be like, I think now would be the best opportunity to do the thing we talked about. Just making sure nobody's like around as he's doing it.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, Pietro actually now speaking Kruthic, like what, like the.
Dante doesn't know Kruthic.
Right.
Yeah, you start clicking. He just looks at you. He's like, okay.
Comment, please.
Yeah. Pietro notices and switches around the vocal cords again. It's like, sorry, just pick that up.
Yeah. All right.
We talked about the plan to have a means of taking on Yvette if push came to shove.
Well, no, but I think this might help us. But I was talking more about the whole revival thing.
Oh, that. I do have them. I do. It seems like I have the knowledge to do so, but I don't think I have the resources to do it.
What did you need for that one again?
He would. It's resurrection.
Yeah,
I
I
need
still don't know
something.
what the component is for that. Like a diamond or something.
Mm-hmm.
Diamond of equal equivalent to
1,000 gold pieces.
1,000 gold. Yeah. Basically, need that much to, and I can't just get around it.
No, so you need to find one.
Yeah.
Or
That
make
should
one.
be steak.
I mean, it's possible that Yvette already acquired a diamond of that description amongst the Sanguinite's treasures.
No?
Yeah. I mean, originally that's why I was thinking of just going up there and robbing them.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you don't mind me asking, how long have you been dead?
Doesn't know.
A couple of months at least.
Yeah. It's less than a century. Much less than a century. And he did die of old age. But he is currently undead. Which means you'd have to de-undeadify him before you can resurrect him. Unless you do true resurrection, which I don't think you're high enough level for.
That's
Yeah, no, I'm not high enough. Still? Oh.
Or you can find... Or maybe you can find a scroll for it. Or a high level cleric.
Yeah, yeah. I think for your case, I'm gonna need a separate scroll of
True res.
of remove curse too.
Oh, well, true res does that automatically. But yeah.
I mean, we could always go talk to the guy.
The guy.
Yeah, the guy that Robin knows. Isn't that where he gets his scrolls from?
I get them from the church.
Well, I mean, they're scrolls though, so maybe they know someone who has a scroll.
Yeah.
Sounds
like a plan.
Guess at that point we'll just need to figure out where they get the money.
Yep.
Yep.
Unless you got the scratch.
Yvette will have money.
And again, I don't think anyone in a party has a qualm with just stealing, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially from the rich. So... yeah, we'll put a pin in it there, with you still digging for scrap and exposing the engine.
Yeah.
And yeah, I hope you guys listening have enjoyed this as much as we've enjoyed playing. And in the meantime, well, before I get to that bit, please like and subscribe and help us out to get in front of more people. And of course, join our community. There is a link in the description below. And in the meantime, no matter what role you play, have a good game.
Have a good game.